guys, Mark Crossfield here with GolfOnline, taking a look at what golf equipment you should consider testing this year. We're going to start with the Cobra F8, so the King F8 irons, but these are the one length irons. Obviously Cobra, quite famous now for their one length irons through their connections with Bryson DeChambeau. Now I've been lucky enough to go outside and test these on the course, also inside with some dry ball data, and what I found is the numbers were delivered very true to the number on the bottom, subject to the loft that's put on them. So slightly stronger lofted clubs, so I was getting a little bit more distance out of them. They've got a progressive CG in them, which means that they move the centre of gravity lower and further back from the face with the longer irons, close to the face and a little higher with the shorter irons. This is going to try and help give you the best trajectory subject to the number and the loft that you're delivering. There is a history of the longer irons in one length going a little bit low and spinning, not too much, and I see that with a few players but not everyone. I certainly got some decent numbers out of this club. Now when I tried it on the course, obviously you've got the one length ideas that you've got to get clear in your head. The short irons feel very long, where the long irons feel very short, so you get a trade off both sides. If you don't mind your wedges and 9 irons feeling too long and feel like you can game them, then you will see a massive advantage, or feel a massive advantage, in the longer irons, because you've got to remember with one length everything's the same length as the 7 iron. Now powered by Arcos, we get the tracking system. Cobra Connect is called in the top of the club, so basically tagless shot data, so you can just play. I think you need your phone in your pocket. This will connect with your phone, it'll tell you where you're hitting the ball from, how far you've hit it, tag the next one you hit it, so on and so forth. So it's going to keep game stats, which you can see where you're making your pars, your birdies, how many greens you're missing left, how many fairways you're missing right, how many fairways you're hitting, how many greens your regulation you're hitting. You get the point. I actually think this is really powerful and wish more companies did it. The only downside with this is lots of people actually don't use it, because sometimes the stats for some people can be a little bit too realistic. We get this kind of carbon in the back to try and change the sound of the club because it is slightly hollow inside. We get variable face thickness on these as well, all trying to control launch spin and distance to try and get the right number that you should hit on a club, subject to the number on the bottom and the loft delivered. Also what we get on these is we get the longer irons are slightly more upright in their lie, the shorter irons slightly flatter. So the more upright you make a club in its lie, the chances you've got of it sitting and delivering toe up a little bit more, which will make the ball go, for lots of people, a little bit left. Obviously long irons leak a bit to the right, short irons they flatten them off so you don't get those pulley short irons, which is very game improvement based, but that's what Cobra is saying they have done, and obviously finding that helps their players on their tests. All in all, for a game improvement iron, it does look one of the better ones, not huge amounts of offset, medium top line. You do start seeing the back of the club out of the back down address, say in the 5 iron, which is the longest club I tried, but a pretty good set. I mean, the F8, I'm not sure one length's going to appeal to everybody, but if you're looking for that secret answer, you're looking for that little bit of help, F8 Cobra one length, definitely one for you to put on the try list. Post comments down below, let me know, would you try one length or not? Would it be a Cobra one if you did? As always, would love to hear.